For this episode of the Sunday Swirl, I'm using I Dream of Purple Mica, Aphrodite Mica, and Strawberry Moonshine Mica, all from Mad Micas. They've already been dispersed in sunflower oil, and everything else is weighed out. The design we're going for today is the spoon plop technique. I've never tried this one, but I feel like it's going to be really easy. My lye solution and my oil mixture are both at room temperature, so I'm just going to pour my lye solution in, get it to a nice thin trace, and then separate that batter out into 3 different containers. I'm going to try to keep it kind of equal, but I'm not going to measure them, so about equal. This is the same recipe that I've been using for the whole series, but it is down in the description if you want to check that out. And also down in the description, you'll find my free soap makers bundle, which includes cure cards, 2 soap batch logs, 2 different types of soap batch logs, a batch calculating sheet, and a soap design planner. Like I said, it's free. Now it's time to put my colorants in and my fragrance oil. So I'm just going to pour about 1/3 of the fragrance oil into each one. And you can do this with natural colorants, like all of these designs that I've done so far, you can do with natural colorants. But since I'm just testing, I'm trying to do it with micas that I already have, because I don't know if any of the natural colorants will accelerate my trace or do anything else. So just sticking with micas that I already own. Since this is the spoon plop technique, I'll need spoons, and I just have 3 different types of spoons because I really don't have 3 of the same type of spoons. And I'm gonna hand mix them with the spoons first, and then I'll go in with the stick blender and mix them just until about medium to almost thick trace. Now I don't want it to be like thick trace, because this technique will take a little bit of time because I'll be alternating between the colors, and I don't want the soap to get too thick while I'm trying to add it to the mold. Now it's time to plop this batter into the mold. And I'm not really gonna go in order, I'm just gonna wing it. You know, I'm just gonna scoop some into the mold, go to the next color, and then I might go back to the same color. I don't know. We're just trying things, but I do like that this would be a very unique bar that I would not ever be able to create the same way again. This is low-key my favorite design technique that I've done so far, like actually doing it. It takes the longest so far, but it's kind of fun. If I had a little bit of frustration, this might help. It might get a little more messy, but I like this. This is kind of therapeutic. I'm not going to do anything crazy for the top. I'm just going to do my favorite little swirls, but not too much because I don't want to actually mix the colors together. And then after that, I'll spray it with 91% isopropyl alcohol to help prevent soda ash. All right, y'all, here it is. I was a little afraid at the top when I did it. When it was wet, it looked a little muddied, but look at this. I like it. My tops are getting better and better. And for this one, I let it sit for 24 hours instead of my usual 48 hours because I was a little behind, and this is the Sunday Swirl, not the Monday Swirl. So I had to get this out. Okay, here's the reveal, y'all. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. The middle was a little iffy, but okay. I think actually if I would have done 4 colors, this would have popped, but I like it. Yeah, the ends turned out better than the middle. But like I said, 4 different colors would have really popped, but I like this. And I feel like this technique would go well if you're like making a camouflage soap, like with the different colors of camo, old school camo. All right, y'all, let me know what you think down in the comments and help me out with some colors for my next soap. Because obviously I'm sticking to these blues and pinks and purples, but I need assistance. So let me know. All right, y'all. Bye.